Hey everyone, Arizona Kid here. I got Max with me again. He's going to be my cameraman again. He's hiding a little bit there, but he's going to be my cameraman again when I start. But first things first, this video in all means is not a complaint. I don't want everybody to see it and be like, man, this guy's complaining about his Pioneer 700. Not at all. I'm actually going to be looking for some advice in all this, or help, or if this is common stuff. But this is the 200-mile review. I'll walk over and show you the odometer on it. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But first things first, I want to give a good shout out to a Sweden friend of mine. He's his name's, I pronounce it Niles Kell. He'll probably correct me, but I'll drop a picture of his channel right now. Now that you've seen that, yeah, guys, go check him out, man. He's it's a whole different aspect. I like watching it. I tell you guys, I love homesteading kind of stuff, fixer stuff, something that looks farm related. I know he's got some horses there, but he does a lot of stuff like that there. I mean, really smart man. He fixes some stuff up that I would just throw it away. So go check him out. Tell him Arizona Kid sent you, and I know he's from Sweden, but he speaks English and all his stuff. So like I said, really smart gentleman, becoming a really good friend of mine. But you guys go check him out. Go subscribe to him, see if he's something you might like. He does do ATV. He does have a Honda on there too, so his channel's kind of a mix of ATV stuff, fixing stuff, doing stuff on his homestead with his animals, mowing the lawn, chopping wood. So he's really roundabout channel, but check him out. Anyways, that's enough said. Let's get to this 200-mile review, because I think it's gonna be really interesting to you guys. But let me show you the odometer first, and then I'll hand the camera off to my son a little bit. Honestly, I don't know if I'll hand it off to him very much, but we'll see here, because I need to show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's get her flipped around. All right, walking over here to go to the odometer so you guys can see that. A guy last time when I did my 100-mile review, he commented that, are you really at 100 miles that fast? Well, yeah, it was pretty fast the first 100 miles. This one's kind of taken a while, but it's at actually 204 miles. So yeah, what have I done in it? I've done the first oil change and the first valve adjustment. That was at 100 miles. So that's all done. But this thing has some issues with it. So here, let me see if my son wants to hold the camera and kind of focus on what I'm doing. So here you go, buddy. Camera guy in hand. Once again, if he does a bad job, let me know, and lashings. No, I'm just kidding, guys. So number one on this thing, that at this 200-mile review, I have some awful, and I guess I asked my camera guy, can you see my face? Can you see me? Okay, you're not even looking at me. Bad cameraman. No, this happened, I don't want to know, it was happening at the 100-mile review too. I don't know if I talked about it then or didn't come up with it, but it's got some awful squeaks in it. And it's the engine mount. So it's actually, so there's 3 engine mounts, and then there's 3 exhaust mounts, but it's the top exhaust mount that's the biggest one that it has. They squeak. I shouldn't say squeak, they chirp. Sounds like a bird chirp, 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 chirping. And I went on Honda forum. One guy said to put, stay right there, Matt. One guy said to put a silicone lubricant on it. You don't need to follow that. I tried that. If anything, it made it worse. Took it to the dealership, told them that it was chirping like that. The technician told the advisor, when the advisor gave it back to me, he says it was the exhaust, which I don't think it's just exhaust. I believe it's the engine mounts also. I don't know if he tightened something or what, but it seemed like it was kind of like okay. I loaded it, it was quiet, got it home, took it for a ride around the neighborhood. Back, actually even back worse. louder. And now it kind of used to not do it while you were running at high speed, but now if you drop below 20, you can hear it chirping. So I don't know, guys. It's under warranty. I've only had it, so I got it in March. So what is this, April, May? So it's under warranty for a year. I figure maybe just ride it and let them get worse. I mean, but I just want to ask you guys if anybody's had the same issue with their, now this is the Honda Pioneer 700. So if you had any issues with it, and it's a Dash 4, I don't know if that makes any difference, but if you've had any issues, please let me know, because it's kind of an annoying noise. It's loud. And it happens once it gets warmed up. So if I start now, you probably won't hear it, but I let it warm up, you're gonna hear it, and it's mistakenly not a hard thing to hear. So let me back up. So that's number one, guys. Like I said, it's not a complaint. I'm not gonna get rid of this machine over that. I just don't wanna hear the noise. Or someone flat out told me they all do it. Get over yourself. I deal with it because I love Honda no matter what. So no, number two thing, coming back here, so let's get down here and look. So you guys see all this stuff down here now. Go over that way, Max, so they can kind of see me talking to you as you're looking at the bike a little bit. So when I point, you can hear me. So when can you see me?
Yeah, sort of.
When I'm talking, sorry, we're training the camera guy at the same time. So
I can barely only see the shock right there, so I can see.
No, that's fine. Okay. So when I point over, so back in there, all the gears and stuff, guys, down in there. Now back to me, Max. When we're riding along, and I did read, and this literally has it. I can show you. It has it on the placard on the dash. It says to not ride it on asphalt. So that's pretty much the street. And I don't know if it has to do with that, but it also does it in the dirt, but not as bad. When you're letting off the brakes or letting off the gas, I don't know if it's the engine clutching or if it's the rear differential, it makes kind of like, I shouldn't say clunky noise, but some kind of down gearing weird rattle noises back here. And I don't know if it's just the clutches slipping so it doesn't mess up your gears. So, because you're trying to slow down or you're hitting the brake. And then this one's also the first one I ever had that literally has, let me see the cameraman real quick. It has down in there, it has the brake on the drive shaft. So I don't know if that is why it makes that different noise, and maybe my foreman don't. So that's number two, guys. It's a concerning stuff with me that I don't understand if that's normal or not. You know, when you talk to a dealership, I feel like they're almost like scared that they're going to have to fix something on their warranty, which I've never understood that. If it's broke, just fix it. But let me know if you guys have heard of that. So that's kind of the second thing that's been going on with it. Now we'll have Max go around over here. Now the third thing with it, come around over here, Max. I want to get in the front here. Is everybody, has made fun of me on the first 100-mile review when I said that this thing only has 3 gears. I didn't really know that, and you're right. I should have investigated that before I bought it. It almost feels like if you were talking about the Foreman, it's like it skips first gear and you have second, third, and fourth, and then no 5th gear. And this does go only up to 43. If you're driving and you push it, it feels like it wants to go more, but it'll start to like rev. It like that. So it's got a governor on it. It won't go past 43 miles an hour. I didn't think that would be a big deal because I hunt a lot. But to somebody that wants to go a little bit faster, especially when my Foreman at least does 55, which you're thinking, well, that's, only, what is that, 12 miles an hour faster? That's quite a bit. That's something you might want to think about. Am I going to get rid of this? No. I don't even know if the Honda Pioneer 1000 does faster than that or not. But driving on roads, I mean, this thing gets squirrely when you have it kind of at high speed. But that last ride I did, I kept thinking, man, it would have been nice to go a little bit faster. But like I said, when I'm hunting, you shouldn't be doing 43 while you're hunting anyways. You need to be going slow looking for stuff. But that's a concern. I want to make sure everybody knows that this Honda Pioneer 700 does not go over 40 miles an hour, and it only has 3 gears. Now people go, "Whoa, who cares?" Well, number one, it doesn't have the high range gear, so we don't have to worry about speed. No big deal, right? If you're not worried about that. But the lowest gear, it'd be nice if it had that first low gear. You know, the low gear this has isn't bad, but when you're going down a hill, I can literally put my Foreman in first gear and I can creep down that hill with no braking at all. This thing, the second gear isn't slow enough. You still have to brake it. It'll just want to go faster down the hill. So that is a concern. And I did try it with 4-wheel drive on, not with diff lock on yet, but I did try it with 4-wheel drive on, going down the hill to make it even slower. Someone told me that would make it slower. Still isn't as slow as my Foreman. So yeah, guys, still a wonderful machine. I still love it. I'm still driving it. Like I said, nothing else really to complain about. I watched some other videos. I'm gonna take the camera from you, cameraman. I watched some other videos on the noise on the dump bed here, and I don't know if we'll be able to see it because that sun's glaring there. I don't know what is with the sun and the focus on this. There it goes. Yeah, so see this latch here? I literally put some I can't remember the size of the little rubber hose. It's just like engine hose, but it's rubber, and I zip tied it down. That looks really still foggy. Like, can you guys see that? There we go. And I put 2 little straps there, but that keeps these latches from rattling and from wearing out. I did it on both sides. So that was another noise that was kind of like, really? I'm gonna have to listen to that the whole time I own it. But yeah, so overall, guys, a lot of things are fixable. The biggest thing that's bothering me is that chirp with the you know, the mounts. I didn't show you them, but if you own one, there's literally 3 mounts. There's one back here, there's one over there, one here, but then right over here, I don't know if we can get in there. Yeah, this thing right here, you can't see it where I'm at, but that's the exhaust right above me. See that rod thing coming down right there? Yeah, there you go. See it right there where the bolt is, that black round rubber? That's the exhaust mount. And that one squeaks worse than them all. So, I don't know. Maybe it needs all new mounts, or maybe I'd put new mounts on it and it'd squeak again. But you guys let me know what you think, and let me know how Max did on the recording of it all. And yeah, let's slam this back down. And yeah, so yeah, I don't have anything else. That's the big things, guys. So 200-mile review. I'm gonna crank the miles out on this puppy because I figured I didn't buy an extended warranty on this one. I did on the Foreman. So I got a year to really run this guy into the ground, and I'm gonna do it because if anything's gonna break, it's gonna break in that first year for me. At least that's my plan. I mean, I'm not gonna be mean with it, but I'm gonna drive it and make sure I put the mileage on it. So yeah, keep the powder dry, guys, and please subscribe or consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you prefer. And let me know if you know anything about this Honda Pioneer 700, and peace out, Girl Scout.